What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Another episode of Hell's Kitchen, episode 3 of this season. We're super excited because the drama still unfolds, and we're going to get into it. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'm the bounce back queen.
I'm glad this motivates you. I'm glad, but we're a team.
Why are you so offended? You're mad.
Do you know why I'm getting mad? Because I know you talk behind my back saying I only had 2 things to cook.
No,
and you had I'm sorry that I couldn't cook your strips, because that's all you really cooked today.
Are we going there?
Like, no, you're going there.
Okay, good. You had a good dinner service. Way to bounce back after 2 challenges.
Thank you, that's right, because I'm the bounce back queen.
I've been nothing but a team player since I stepped foot in these doors.
You just threw in my face,
Okay.
and you said all I did was time Wellingtons. Are you kidding me?
I did have all the other proteins assigned to me besides Wellingtons.
Elise, you are a bitch.
Oh, hold up. Excuse me.
Them fighting words.
Don't call me a bitch again.
I don't know why the girls just can't get along.
Ratchets.
That's good, Steven. Ratchets. Ratchets. We got to have Van on the show. We got to have Van on the show. He knows what's up.
Ratchets.
Yes. There's our music.
Yes.
Yes. Get those fingers out.
Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead, Frank. I'm with you over here.
You got
I'm with you over here.
See, Ashley knows. Like,
I'm
nah.
gonna keep that. Y'all get to
Yeah,
have
exactly.
that.
See, that's right. That's right, Ashley. Don't fall into the trap. Peer pressure over here. What's up, everybody? You know what it is. It's your boy Lem Gonsalves here. You can find me always at the Poet Saint all day, every day. And also check out my website, stayonthemic.com. Next to me, she hasn't been next to me all season, but she's next to me tonight.
Just for tonight.
Just for, dang, like
Don't
that.
get comfortable. No.
It's my girl, Rhavin McSweaney.
Hey everybody, it's Rhavin with the B McSweaney here. You can find me at B Stays Busy all day, every day.
Yeah. And
You have been busy.
always busy, always busy. And of course, she switched sides, but it's all good. She's over on the other side of the table. Y'all give it up for Ashley Hennessy Chaney.
Oh,
Yes.
Hennessy, I'm never telling y'all anything again. Different side, same team, y'all. Same team, different side. What's up, everybody? I'm Ashley Chaney. If you want to find me online, do it. I'm at Ashley on Camera.
Ashley on camera.
That's me, all over
And
the
of
internet.
course, he is the latest white person that I know. Mr. Frank Moran.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, you can follow me if you want. Why do that, though? You got better things to do with your life. At Happy Go Jackie. I'm excited to hear Rhavin's in-depth thoughts on this episode.
She's got a lot
In
of
fact, I don't think we should just let Rhavin start it off.
We should, huh?
Yeah.
Just take it away, Rhavin.
All right.
So
well,
give us
the
a
drama-
brief synopsis.
I needed my popcorn for the beginning of the drama.
Be like
with
a
the red
poetry
team
thing, like-
self-sabotaging. Like, what? Who does that? Right? Thank you, Steve. Shout out to Steve, our engineer. Shout out
Steve.
behind the boards, the ones and twos, all day, every day.
The ones and twos. The DJ now? DJ Steve? Is that what we're doing? All right, we'll let y'all the hook. Okay, so we started off with a little clip from this particular episode, and Elise and Rhavin are going at it. And I feel like while they're both there, this is going to be a recurring theme between them two because I feel like they're the most vocal. As far as I don't
Everyone
necessarily-
else kind of like takes a
Yeah,
seat
just
back
kind
and
of just
watches.
chills, takes back. I mean, they have their moments here and there, but I think they're definitely the most vocal. So they're just gonna keep getting into it.
What was it like for you, Lem, to see your girl Elise getting yelled at?
You know, I'm not worried about Elise because I know she can hold her own. And
Because
yeah.
she's the bounce back.
Bounce
Yeah.
back queen.
Well, that's exactly. Well, that's Rhavin. I love her Muhammad Ali moves. That was pretty hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I think I think they're gonna continue to do that. Still feel like no bias, here, but I feel like Elise is the better chef.
Shout out to Elise's chicken.
Shout out to
About that chicken.
Lisa's chicken is bomb. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm sort of like in the Elise fan club now after last week because she's just so fiery.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Join the club. Why we need to be.
We'll get t-shirts.
Yes, Ashley, that's right.
She's so vivacious.
She's so vivacious. But the other thing, like Robin, I'm having a real tough time, Robin, getting behind you, girl, because I feel like she's always ready to just like she wants to fight, and to me that's a sign of someone who's insecure. So I feel like she's maybe wants to pick fights because she messed up, and
Right.
so I feel like she's always ready for a fight, and she's kind of like scares me.
Do you guys think they're actually gonna go to blows?
I thought it was gonna happen this time. Like I thought, Elise was surprisingly backing up a bit, but I thought, ooh, if they just get like an inch closer, someone's
But you know,
gonna-
Elise
gonna
got
be
them
a-
guns, so like.
Yeah, we all know how that would turn out. Exactly. So we get into this episode, and they all come in the morning, and for whatever reason, our good friend Josh, is hurting, and he hurls his whatever he had the previous
that'd be a chimichanga.
night. Right, chimichanga. First of all, why are you eating chimichangas?
Conch.
Like you guys are chefs. That's what I was like. Wait, who's eating chimichangas? I feel like that's like frozen chimichanga. It's not like
Yeah, but do they
homemade.
have like do they have the capacity to really cook themselves?
They have
meals
a
like
they
that?
have a kitchen. They have a stove. They have like I've seen them cook before.
Like real meals.
Yeah.
All professional chefs, when they get done cooking all day, they don't want to like cook more.
So you heat up a frozen chimichanga?
Yeah, because
so.
it's easy and it's quick and it's good.
I guess so. I don't know. I've seen them cook. So I was just I thought his choice of meal was a little suspect. Chimichanga, and it was something else. What was it like?
Vitamins.
Vitamins,
Yep.
right. Vitamins, AKA orange drink is what I think it really was. Because I'm like, why are you throwing up? I think he really, he just didn't agree with them. So he's better. The challenge basically has to do with the hands. We see a little kid come out here named Matthew, and he comes down and he breaks down these cups,
That was
stacks them up.
That was the lamest thing ever because they just bring this kid out and he does his thing and then bye bye.
And he leaves, all right.
That was
All right,
it.
go.
Speak, yeah.
That was pretty bad. Like at least like talk to him or how'd you learn
No,
this? Like
give him a fist bump and said, "On your way."
Yeah.
That was-
that was pretty bad. He does do it in 6 seconds, which is pretty awesome.
Have you guys ever done that?
I have never done that.
Neither have I.
No.
I have never done that.
I've very unsuccessfully tried that cups song. You
Oh,
know?
gotcha.
the-
Yeah.
I tried that.
Yeah,
Didn't work
I
for
can't
me.
even get that down, and
That
that's
didn't work.
you know,
It's singing
slower.
and doing it at the same
yeah.
time.
At the
It's
same
really
time.
hard.
I've never tried. I've seen it done.
Yeah. I worry about this kid later in life though because he wasn't really bringing much to the table.
I don't know.
he's
Fast
just
hands
got
like
the-
that, I think he's gonna be all right.
I think he can get a scholarship for that. Maybe.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
No, there's a scholarship for everything.
I feel
right.
like there is, and there's probably Olympics that he could join. Like I feel like no, I'm not even clowning.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's so many things
No.
like that are
Yeah.
they have like their own. Don't look at me like that, Robin.
No, I agree.
they are like
Sorry, I was
darts
looking at the chat.
and like they have badminton.
Well,
Like
yeah,
these little
those
obscure
are-
like they even have. Don't they have beer pong like championships?
Nobody's going
or
to get a
something?
scholarship for beer pong now.
There
Mom,
is-
Dad, I'm going.
There
I'm
is
go-
a scholarship for left-handed people.
See?
There is a
That's-
scholarship for everything.
but not for beer pong or cups.
I'm thinking that. I bet you if you
guys.
research, there's
Well,
somewhere
maybe
out
he
there.
can make it in
maybe
the Guinness
Wisconsin.
World Record.
or
the
something.
Guinness World Record for the fastest cup stacker.
There's something that could happen. Don't rule
I'm with you
my
on
boy
this. I'm with
Matthew
you.
out. That's all I'm saying.
We're
Rolling them
hopeful
out.
for you, Matthew.
I'm not.
It's all right, man.
I worry for you. I worry for you.
Oh man, who's not going to get a scholarship is Jared, because
Jared.
that was sad. That was.
Red.
And my thing is like you literally like he volunteered himself, right? Like it was only one person from each squad, and he's like, oh, I got this.
But he's also the person that decided to cook something new for the first time
True.
and
Oh,
that's
actually
true.
succeeded.
True.
So he had
He's
some
just
of
like-
that confidence juice still, dripping, and he thought he was going to succeed in that as well.
I think this is my thing when it comes to Jared. I feel like he is like when I was a little kid, I'm gonna tell you, this is my thing with Jared. When I was a little kid, I thought he could do everything.
Right.
Like I don't care what it was.
and you had parents that backed that up.
Well, not
Those
really.
thoughts.
I'm just saying like because they knew better. And so I thought I could swim. And so because I swam in the bathtub. And so to me, that was the same thing as swimming in the
Right,
pool. I did. I was a special kid. So
How deep was your bathtub?
not deep, not like that.
Yeah.
So I went to a pool party, first time ever, and everybody's jumping in the pool and swimming. And
you
so
jumped in.
I jumped in. I've never swam in my life because
On
I
the deep
thought
end,
in the
not
deep
the-
end,
okay.
not even the shallow. I jumped on the
How
deep
old
end.
were you?
I don't recall, but old enough to
Just
not
blocked it
do
out.
that. Yeah, I have blocked it out. But I literally started drowning immediately, and the lifeguard had to save me. And so, but that was me. Like, I always thought I could do whatever anyone else. If I saw someone else do it, I could do it. And so I feel like Jared is that dude. Like, he is jumping into the deep end and only been in the bathtub. Like,
True,
such a great
but you
metaphor.
you could have swam had you just kicked.
no, it's Rhavin. It was
No.
it was over for me. If the lifeguard wasn't there, there would be no Lem Gonsalves AFTERBUZZ. It would have been a wrap for me. I'm serious.
I think that's a
Yeah.
beautiful sentiment, though. You should be able to think you can do anything.
And yeah, but not act on it.
But you
Like,
lived. You're here. You're all right.
I
But he
did.
thinks
I
Jared
did.
is doing the most in pumping himself up too
Exactly.
high.
I think that was, looking back on his season, that was also his downfall.
I don't want to see you with kids. You can be like, no, Johnny.
No, I'm gonna be great with kids. Like, when they come around, I'm great with them.
They're not gonna be yours. That's all.
I'm just saying, like, but I don't stifle anybody. I feel like you should do whatever you want, but when it's danger, like, there's people who cliff dive. You shouldn't cliff dive
If you don't know what the hell
if you
you're
don't know
doing.
what you're doing. I don't care if you think. I mean, you know what I'm
guys have
saying?
thoughts on this at all?
I don't think you should cliff dive, period, because I think it's dumb and dangerous for everybody,
Yeah.
frankly.
No,
Yeah.
cliff diving is the best.
Right.
Have you ever been cliff diving?
Yeah.
I wasn't asking
Frank
for
went. Frank went last weekend.
I did.
Are you serious?
You guys want to go?
I want pictures.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Next episode.
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. But thank you.
All right.
But I meant, like, as far as the analogy Lim is using for Jared, do you guys feel that Jared needs to have a seat and stop thinking he can do things?
No, I
Because
like
how
that.
else is he going to excel if he does? I don't know.
Well, I think, okay, there's one thing with thinking that you can do everything and having, I mean, this is a competition show, right? You need to have confidence, yes, but you need to back up that confidence. And I think the problem is if you try to do too much that you can't handle,
You can self-sabotage.
it's going to self-sabotage, you're going to look bad, and you're not going to last long on the show. And I feel like that's going to be what's going to happen to Jared.
Although I don't know, like, looking at the rest of the blue team, like, who there was really like, yeah, I got these cups.
Oh, like who else was going to do it?
Yeah, who else was? I mean, I feel like anybody probably would have been just as bad as Jared. So I'll give him a shout out for at least saying, all right, I'm
Like,
going to do it.
like volunteering.
Yeah.
For sure. And in fairness, the editing, I mean, he only took like 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't know if I could do it faster than 1 minute and 30. I don't know how fast Michelle actually did it. I know she was faster, but we don't really
Right.
know what her time was. So they could have made him look a little bit worse.
I thought
at
they
it than he
gave the
was.
time. I thought they maybe know of.
I don't remember Michelle's time, but I know his time was like 1:30, which I thought, like, I don't know. what
Yeah.
is.
It
But I
was.
don't know.
I mean, editing obviously did not play to his
Yeah.
favor. Sure, it wasn't forever. It did, but they make it seem like it was forever. But bottom line is, they did not win the reward, which was an extra 30 seconds
That's right.
to create their seafood tower. So the challenge was to create this seafood tower. They had to work in pairs on their team, and the first team to basically complete the full tower wins. And as we stated, red team had a 30-second head start because of them winning with these cups.
I thought this was kind of a bust of a challenge, though. It was
Yeah.
pretty lame.
It was a lame challenge. I do agree. And I was just like, I mean, because they didn't even cook anything.
No.
Yeah.
There was no cooking involved. They just broke down a seafood tower. Like,
It's hard though that with cracking you have to to crack the lobster the right way, you have to get to shuck the oysters, and then you have to loosen them like the proper way.
Right.
I think that's actually why the guys did better because they knew how to work this.
Work those
Did they?
oysters.
Right.
The oysters.
They know how to work the oyster.
and work out the
So
oysters.
I think it's trickier. I think it's technical. Though there's no cooking, I think seafood's technical.
Right. No, I agree. And, as a fan of cooking shows in general, I love Top Chef. I mean, this is obviously our food challenge,
Competition. Food
exactly, food competition channel. So, we may be covering Top Chef later. But yeah, they do that a lot where they have these relay races where they have to shuck oysters and break down certain, things. So I get it. But at the same time, this is Hell's Kitchen. I'm thinking you should cook something on a challenge. There was no cooking involved, just cracking open things. The first tier was prawns and lobster. Second tier was oysters. The third tier was razor clams and crab legs. And fourth
legs.
was crab legs. What did I say?
Crab legs.
Crab lips. Crab lips. And the fourth was clams and sea urchin. Has anybody had sea
so
urchin before?
hungry.
Oh my god, I'm like drooling right now thinking about it. Sea
Yeah.
urchin's so yummy.
Is it
Ew,
really?
That's
I've
the
never
one
tasted
that
it
melts
yet.
in your mouth. That looks like a tongue.
It looks
Yeah.
like a yellow kind of
tongue.
ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
I tried that at a sushi spot. I did a whole video with it. Never again.
You can't do it.
Like maybe with rice, maybe not by itself, but it literally melts in your mouth.
That's
Really?
why I
And
like
it
it.
was a little strange at first.
I can do the melt in your mouth. I can't do the second I have to like chew on a piece of fish. I'm like, I'm out. It grosses me out so bad.
Wait, you don't eat fish at all?
Raw fish, if I have, not kidding, if I have to chew one bite of it, like if there's one, like, it's out.
So octopus wouldn't work for you.
Oh, no,
No,
because octopus is
sushi.
cooked. Yeah.
Sushi wouldn't work for you.
Sushi,
at
I
all.
don't do sushi.
You don't do
But
sushi.
fish sticks, you're all over.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Josh can heat me up some fish sticks.
Hey.
Right, with some vitamins and a chimichanga. Yeah, so we see everyone kind of racing back and forth. Like I said, it was just whatever challenge. Blue team ended up winning without the head start, which I thought was kind of commendable. And then they get to go to Mastro's Ocean Club
That's
in
my place.
Malibu. Is it?
Have you
love
been?
it.
I'm
I've
not
been
rich
several
enough to
times.
go.
I'm not. I'm scared to. I'm
No.
scared to go. It's
Yeah,
What?
I know Frank is there again every weekend, right after cliff
You
jumping.
see the look he was just
Do
giving me,
that?
like,
Right.
oh, you've been to
Yeah,
Mastro's.
yeah.
huh?
Right, yeah, I see the life you're leading. I got it.
No, I mean they have one in Beverly Hills. I mean it's the
Yeah,
same restaurant.
I've been to a Mastro's before. I haven't been to that one.
That one's really
I've driven
nice.
past it, but I haven't been.
Driven past it. Yep.
I've driven past it. It looks amazing on the outside. It does.
We should all go.
Yeah, we should.
They have happy
AFTERBUZZ
hour.
is paying for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have
Sure.
happy
Yeah.
hour.
Do they have happy hour?
I think they do. It's
We can
at
go
the bar
before
only.
before we tape our show.
We wouldn't
can
make
go.
it. We wouldn't make it.
Yeah. Probably would because it's still probably expensive. So
It's
like-
just really far.
Oh, from Malibu? Yeah.
And if it's happy hour, we're gonna have some drinks.
We're gonna have a drink
We're gonna have
and
some oysters.
and oysters. We're gonna have and prawns and lobster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of that. We're gonna have seafood tower. We should have a seafood tower at
If we all
Mastro's
go,
because
if we
they
all piece up on that, we can afford it.
we
You know
could
what I'm saying?
we could pitch in because the one
Strengthen
that
numbers.
the one that they had looked really good.
It looks so
It
good.
looked really good.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted one, but again,
Always wanted a seafood tower. Mom, Dad, for Christmas, I get a
I have
seafood
wanted to
tower.
have a seafood tower. No, I'm really saying, like, I'm serious. Like, I've always wanted to eat on a seafood tower.
On a seafood
Well,
tower.
because you can't eat the whole thing. It's for everybody. Like, it's for multiple people.
Oh,
I,
It's
ta- I
like-
take that as a challenge. I feel like that's a challenge. I bet I could put down a whole seafood tower.
Really?
by yourself?
Oh yeah, especially with some wine. Yeah.
I mean, some Hennessy.
Classy,
Get that
you know.
Henny in.
I love that she likes Hennessy.
I love Hennessy.
No, I think I could too if I was challenged to do it. But I really would love to like eat on
Enjoy
a seafood.
it.
Yeah, eat on a seafood because I mean I love everything
I
on
just
there.
don't like that you're saying eat on a seafood.
Yeah.
Well, because I can't eat the whole. I mean, you're not supposed to eat.
You can partake.
Or eat up on you.
But you're saying eat up, like eat on it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, what do
you're
you-
perched on the top of the
No,
seafood tower.
that's not
like,
what I'm saying.
I know
I
what
want
you're saying.
to. I want to eat
up on it.
a piece.
Eat up on it.
Eat up on it.
Eat up on it. Seafood tower. Yeah.
Get up on it.
Get up on it. Okay, it's terrible. Do we have lights? You got
the lights. My turn to get off stage?
Right. No. Okay, so as we said, the blue team won. They get to go to Mastro's. The losers have to prep tons of seafood for dinner service. And then the blue team, they get to eat with Chef Jockey. So we're seeing a lot of him. And who did we have? We had Josh on the show on our first episode, and he said that he's really a dope chef.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he learned a lot from him.
That's good to know.
And the blue team, they also got to play soccer with Marino, and we had Julie Johnston and Alyssa from the Olympic team, which was kind of fresh. I'm like, they're going to be playing soccer with
Right?
them, though, but
Who wants to play soccer?
Yeah.
Like who wants to play? That's like a make you do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to like eat this delicious dinner and then go jostle it up in my stomach.
Yeah.
on the
Well,
beach.
I thought when I saw them at dinner service, I was like, okay, I get it. Like
Yeah.
that was part of it. Like we're gonna have you on, you're gonna put the ball
Be a little
around,
active.
yeah, and then you're gonna get a meal at Hill's
I'm
Kitchen.
sure it wasn't a full
No,
soccer game.
no, and oh, dude, who was it that was talking? That was hilarious. He's like, "Have you seen us?"
Yes.
Who was that?
Giuseppe?
Was it Giuseppe?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I rewound that because that was so. He was like, "Have you seen us? We're not the kicking type," or whatever he said. That was great. I love that. He was dead serious.
Because if they'd won and saw a game and they watched
Right.
them play, like that'd be cool.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. It's
Yeah.
like I was watching, I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
what a.
What a way to ruin.
What a way to, yeah,
Master.
I
exactly.
mean, you make that sweet, seafood
And it was
tower.
almost like they didn't get to finish. He's like, all right, let's
Yeah.
go play
It
soccer.
was
And
so
they were like,
quick.
it was like a lot of food still there. I was like, wait, did they get to
should
finish
have
it?
taken that back to the drawing board in
Yeah.
the creative room and rethought that activity.
Something. I don't think they had a good time playing. I'll just put that on the table. Chef Christina, hardcore. I love how she goes up and my girl Elise, of course, she did not want to partake in the loser meal. And so Chef Christina's like, hey, everybody partaking? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. So you got it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, everybody line up. Go and smell your breath. And so I'm like,
That was the best.
What? So, and then she's like, yeah, let me just eat. Like, she already knew.
She knew,
Like,
yeah.
she already knew.
Oh, I had some of the broth.
Some of the broth.
Yeah. Okay.
My mom used to do that shit with like brushing my teeth. Did you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
smell.
Let me smell your teeth.
Or washing your hands.
Really?
But even the bite that she took, like I was like,
It was just,
it was like a little.
a little bit.
But I was so angry with her because I mean, as charming as she was last week, I mean, I still have my issues where she doesn't want to. If she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't do it.
Right.
But she's earlier in the episode kind of touting about like, we're falling apart. We really, as a team, we need to stand together. We need to work together. And she doesn't. She doesn't walk the walk.
Lead by the
Selective,
example.
yeah.
No.
Yep.
And this, I will say, when they always go to commercial, and some of these are always ridiculous, but like slamming your fist down on the salmon, you get the Hell's Kitchen.
Oh,
little-
yes.
This where they open the mouth and the Hell's Kitchen is like on
Yeah,
the tonsil all the way
yeah,
in the
that was
back.
cute, yeah.
This is so, like, great.
Yeah, the graphics department is awesome. Like, where do you come up with this stuff?
Definitely looks like those.
So I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, she had a little bits. I was curious because it didn't look bad. It looked like
What?
lobster.
There was a fish eye in one of them.
I didn't see a fish eye.
I
really?
did. I could see that thing looking right back at me.
Oh, I didn't see the fish eye. It just looked like clam chowder or like really chunky lobster bisque. Maybe I was hungry when I was
Lobster
watching it.
bisque,
Like really with a lot of lobster chunks in it. I don't know.
Shout out
But
to
I know
our
that's
chat
not what
room
it
people
was.
really quickly.
Yeah.
Mr. Honest and James. Hola. And yes, you're right, James. She should have eaten it all.
She should have. She should have.
should've.
Absolutely.
But at least Barbie was killing me on that. I mean,
God,
when
yeah.
they already pull like the garbage can out, and they're like, oh, don't say anything.
Don't. What did somebody say that like took her over the edge? It was.
Wasn't at least talking about it?
Yeah, or somebody said something. I mean, it wasn't like whatever, but she was like, "Oh, that's it right there. That took me over the edge." Like,
A lot of vomiting this episode.
yeah,
A lot
it
of
was,
vomiting.
it was bad. But I mean, it must have been terrible. So we get into dinner service, and we see the blue team starts off with strong abs, and we see also table side service every single episode, which I think we would see in previous seasons. We'd see it like periodically. But I feel like, and I think it's customary because this is, the best of the best, that he's doing that, every single service. Because that takes, person off the line and they have to kind of keep that. We haven't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen any hiccups with that yet.
No.
So it
with
seems like,
tableside,
yeah,
yeah.
so everyone, because that also kind of does people in. We've seen that in previous seasons. So blue team starts off strong with apps. And then we see Ashley get kicked out on the red team and get sent to the nail bar. That
She was a space case. This whole service.
Yeah.
She was.
I don't understand what was going on in her brain. Why was she checking her watch? Like,
Well,
Like,
because she said like there was a lot of leaders, and so
Yeah.
she's like, all right, no sense of all of us kind of butting heads to be like top dog.
Right.
I'll just step back, but she stepped way too far back.
yeah.
Bleachers. She went to the nosebleeds. Like, you still got to cook and you still got to perform. Like, what are you doing? What do you think, Rhavin?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Honest, back-to-back wipeout
Oh.
wins by the boys so far. No major bleep ups. I like that, bleep ups.
Like, because what did you think?
Oh, he thinks Ashley was flustered.
Yeah. Well, because Robin, when you watched and you saw Ashley coming up, when Chef Ramsay did what he did, I mean, how did you react?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of felt bad for her, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
Right.
I know you don't want to overshine,
Yeah.
Right.
any
Yeah.
of your
Right.
teammates.
Got it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's really good analysis. So we
It's
go
funny when we all
to
laugh.
we go to Barbie.
I wasn't as late as you, okay?
We go to Barbie. At least he watched that. We go to Barbie, and she sends up Great Lamb, which is kudos to Barbie. Millie does good with the Wellington, and the salmon is cooked well. And then we see the garnish running slow on the red team, care of Manda. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have, and even in her season, I always had a problem with Manda. I felt like she just like. I feel like I feel like she has like the drive to like, it's kind of like a Jared in a sense, a little bit, but just doesn't have the actual ability to do what she's trying to do. Like, it's like she knows like, okay, I have to cook this or I have to do that, but the execution doesn't work. And I feel like she always falls short. And in this case, yeah, and that too.
I think the glass is getting away.
Because they just keep falling on her
All
face.
the way.
I feel like she makes a lot of excuses. Like something
She does.
It's always somebody else's fault. We talked about this a little bit last episode, but and not particularly Amanda that does it, but I really noticed it this episode. Like it's always somebody else's fault.
Is it that hard to just take accountability when you mess up? Or like, I don't know.
Well, I think in this case, yes,
Especially
because.
when you have cameras on you, like
But you don't want to be seen as the weak link.
But we're gonna see you as the weak link when the cameras run back and we watch the episode later. So
But you remember what Robin said this episode.
Yeah,
that.
about that thing for sure. Yeah.
No, but, I mean, when Robin does say, which is like, oh, if I messed up, I'm gonna own it.
Right.
But they lie.
Yeah, but I mean, of course she didn't, but I didn't do it this time. So I had to like that. She was like, I do it, but I didn't do it this
It's
time.
not my fault.
But even when
It's
she
not my
does
fault.
do it, still she's not gonna tell the truth. No one does.
I think again,
I've seen Elise do it.
It's a competition. Elise did do it, and she did
But
it
she
last.
was forced to
last
go
episode.
out and say it.
And she still did it with sass.
She's gonna do it her way.
That might have been the difference.
But yeah, you could hate on Elise, but one thing that she did do, she owned up to her mistake, and I even said that when she was here last week, because a lot of people will not own up to it, and I get it. You don't want to look as the weak link. You don't want to look like you're doing any bad. You want to make sure like all your stuff is the great, and if you have a mess up, no one is perfect, but people want to win.
Keep it real though.
People want to win, and they want to shine in front of Gordon Ramsay. I mean, that's the bottom line. So anyway, we'll see how Amanda continues. I don't think she's going to last very long. This is my little early prediction. Josh is a great master baster.
Yes.
The master baster.
Okay. I'm going to leave that one alone.
Why, what
That's
are
what
you talking
someone
about?
said in the chat.
I love Josh. I want to take a minute to talk about Josh because we kind of have bagged on him, and he keeps on getting bagged on for being slow generally
Right.
with everything that he's doing. But like it keeps working out, and maybe that if the red team would just take a beat and slow down just a hair, everything seems to time out perfectly. So Josh, I like what you're doing. You keep
Slow
doing it your
down.
way.
And I don't know if like Jared was trying to piggyback taking credit for that success because my job is just to make sure that Josh keeps basting, just keeps basting. I'm like, hold on, Jared. It's like, the guy. I don't think the guy needs like baste.
Just keep going. Keep going.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Josh, what I do like is the fact that he doesn't want to send up, anything bad. And his thing is like, if I'm going to take time to do it, which, a lot of, and I get it, it's hard because Chef Ram's like, hey, where's it at? Where's the, whatever it is that he's waiting on. And you're like, okay. And a lot of times they'll just be like, here you go. And they
Right,
know,
and then it's messed up.
know it's messed up. You know it's going to come back. You know it's going to get pissed. And I mean, poor red team, they keep getting kicked out. Like they can't even stay in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
They cannot.
I love Josh's line though when Chef's like, where is it? And he's like, I'm cooking. And he's
Right.
like, oh, good, thanks. You're here to cook? Cool,
Yeah.
thanks, man. Like, is that what you came here to do? Poor guy.
But I mean, I think it's better to like hold off for a few
Yeah.
more seconds.
Get it right.
Then send it up, and because if it's bad, he's going to catch it.
Yeah,
Bottom line.
as he did with all of our girls.
Exactly.
Every time.
And sure enough, they got kicked out again. So they got kicked out every single service. Every single service they got kicked out. Now, in
Didn't
past
this
seasons,
happen last season too?
well, in past seasons, usually it's
the girls always have a hard time.
not really. Like I've
in
seen
the beginning.
and
Not true.
Not true. Last
Don't
season,
say,
yes.
like-
Last season, I
last
believe the
season, okay.
girls the red team had a hard time. But prior to that, the red team would just kill the guys, kill the blue team.
like it was
Like
the
for
last 2
several
seasons.
seasons. Well, the season our girl won, Ariel, that season the red team demolished
Yes.
the blue team.
From the beginning.
Like from jump. As far as I can remember,
could've sworn
I
they
feel
were
like it was
having,
from
like, a
jump.
choppy
I feel like
start.
it was from jump. But bottom line is this is the third service, and to get kicked out every
and it's
single
only
time.
gonna get more complex. Like,
Yes.
It's not gonna get any easier.
You can tell, like with the menu, with the bar menu, like with the things that he's doing, the table side, like nothing is gonna get easier. So if you're getting kicked out now, and it's going to be less people.
Right.
So you got to have less people doing the same amount of work,
Less
if not
help.
more work. So
They need a bounce back at least.
Right.
They need to at least need to bring them
Right.
a bounce back.
Juice.
Clean
That
juice, yeah.
bounce back juice. Sprinkle it all over.
what did you all think of their like deliberation? Because obviously they're playing the blame game at that point. And we see that all the time with the teams that get kicked out or have or
Nobody wants
lose
to
or
go home.
has to deliberate. Whoa.
Because it is, well, they will pick on like one small thing, and at least from the way that we watch it, I mean, Amanda, she dropped the ball on that one garnish, but the way they kind of focus on that, and it's like, oh, you blew it. It's like, well, I don't think it wasn't as bad as what. I mean, I feel like it was like the meats. I mean, what Rhavin and Barbie were doing.
And yet Ashley was the Ashley is an interesting one.
It's okay. They should have seen the episode if they're watching this.
That's true.
So they do deliberate, and then it does come to elimination time. And so the people that do get voted by the squad is Rhavin and Barbie. First of all, do you all agree with that?
Well, the other four was Robin.
Right, I haven't got there yet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
he said
Sam.
skirt.
I'm done. I'm gonna sit over here in my corner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because when it came down to like, I mean, the garnish was just one thing, but I feel like the protein, I mean, that's always like the star of the dish, and if you're kind of botching that up, I feel like you got to be
That's
called
the
up on the
main
carpet.
course. Like that's the biggest part of the course.
Right, absolutely. And then Allison.
What happens next?
Yeah, exactly, Ashley.
Have you guys seen this episode?
Right. So then we see your namesake gets pulled,
Yeah.
and then we also have Manda, who deserved to be up there, and so he has 4 people up there, and which we found out from that I didn't know from Elise is that he actually goes up into his office and like paces back and forth and really thinks about who he's going to send
a
home.
shadow.
Right.
Yeah.
Like going back and forth, and that's got to be like nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All this time I'm thinking like, okay, he's thinking. I know that it's not as quick as we see it, but I'm thinking he's thinking there, and then he's like, okay, just mulling over, and they're just kind of standing there. I didn't realize he goes up there and he's like going back and forth, and it could be like an hour or you all right?
Yes, sorry.
Got the Holy
My
Ghost?
phone-
She gets scared. She gets scared.
My phone vibrated and was down. Sorry.
It's
Continue.
like praise him.
I wonder why they wouldn't show that. That seems like such a good shot, like for us as an audience to be a
Yeah.
part of,
To
to
see
see the
him.
pacing, you know? 'Cause that's-
I guess they think their music and their cuts and their pauses is
Right.
enough to create the suspense for
Yeah,
it.
because I feel like they'd be at such a long time to like show him walk up to the office and pace, then come back to them and start like sweating,
Yeah.
and then him come back down, and you're like, all right.
I mean, there's only so much you can show, obviously. They do show it like at the kind of when at the end when it's the last 2 and he's kind of looking over the cards in previous seasons when it's the last 2 they have these comment cards. He'll look over, they'll show him in his office looking over the comment cards and thinking and you know all this kind
That
of
always seems like such a stage scene
right
for me. It's
it
like,
does
You're
it
not
does
really reading
I
the
it
almost
does.
feel like even what she sees, at least what they see, might be
Right.
staged to a certain degree too.
With the
I
whole
feel
pacing back and
yeah,
forth?
I still,
Yeah.
Could be.
I still feel like they already know who's gonna go home, like before they even get to that setup.
Well, the producers
Exactly.
definitely have a say in it,
Right, and
for
that's
sure.
established before they start shooting. He's not making that decision. They already know because they already have their notes. They already know who's going.
No,
home.
I do believe that he has the final decision
He
and
does,
that's
but it's
made.
before then.
What do you mean before? What?
It's like before they start shooting.
What do you
like
mean
like
before?
he knows who he's gonna send home before they even shoot the scene.
That part,
of,
yeah,
like,
that's
the
what I
deliberation.
feel.
Really?
Just based on the competition.
see that.
The competition.
I mean, you
reality
work
shows
in
I work on.
production, so you would know more than me.
Especially like last week's episode when he was going to pull Benny. You knew that he had that in his back pocket the whole
Before,
time.
yeah,
And he's
like-
got to tell everybody, it's like, all right, you know, I'm going to bring the red team up, but
Right.
I'm yanking Benny. So make sure you got a camera on him.
Exactly. From a production standpoint, you want to know what shots you're gonna need to get.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That could be the case. I mean, and he's done that plenty of times where he's pulled people out.
Because at the end of the day, your contestants, you don't ever want it to feel staged for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if he's pacing back and forth, like, yes, it needs to feel real for them, for
Sure.
Elise and all of them.
Sure.
But I don't think that he's up there really diddling in his head, like,
Who should I send home?
yeah, diddling.
Diddling,
I know.
yeah.
All right.
I just learned that word.
Did you?
What?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Someone was talking about Weinstein, and they were like, diddle. And I was like, who says that? It's a culture thing.
Is it?
Have-
Yeah, I don't-
did you hear diddle before growing
never.
up? Right,
No,
thank you.
No.
Sure did.
Doodle. Not
No,
diddle.
diddle.
Yeah, not diddle. What is diddle?
It's,
What
I
is
think
diddle?
it's some
I'm not sure.
fondling.
Tickle, tickle, tickle,
It's some
tickle.
fondling.
I'm like, are we using? Are we talking about the same
Don't do that
thing?
again?
Don't do that no more time. No, Frank, do not do that ever again.
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
No, I'm
so
so
glad I
glad you
didn't
didn't see it. Oh my gosh, that was
It's definitely
disturbing.
inappropriate, but then I tried to make it mental, like he's diddling in his
was-
mind. I'll turn any word into anything I want.
Freaking Frank, man. Gosh, dude. What's wrong?
Did he do
Just
this?
stick to the no. Don't do it again.
That was a swirl. I was just more of just like a back and
Just
forth.
stick to
she
the
went
stick
the
to the
swirly
finger
whirl.
pointing at the beginning of the show.
What am I
Do
doing
that.
with that?
Stay,
Now-
keep
This is
that.
a whole new
That's
meaning.
it.
Whole new meaning, Frank.
Just do that. Just do that.
No, make it stop.
You know what? I'm so done with all of y'all. All right, so
Sorry.
getting
That
back to
was
the
just my thoughts
episode.
going on.
So he has the 4 up there, and it'll be interesting. I think it'd be good if we watch for that going forward, like as far as on a production standpoint, kind of a production cap, and see how that works. But he does pull the 4, and of the people that he pulled, Ashley was the one that went home. So he didn't even choose, the second time now that he didn't choose, the people that they chose.
He's gonna do that every episode. Watch.
And it could, and that's the thing, like that shows you that. I'm just wondering, okay.
Nobody's safe.
Right. No one is safe for sure. And I think that that's good that they know that, because even if they go up there, that doesn't mean that they're going to go home. No one is safe. Whatever team, because last time he pulled it from a totally opposite team.
Exactly.
But I'm wondering if when he says pick 2 people who you feel should go up, I'm wondering if any of that is taken in consideration.
And to that end, whatever their speeches or rebuttals are, if he takes any of that into consideration when
Right.
they're like, "Here's why I should stay."
Right.
I wonder if he actually listens to that, or
Because I feel like I've seen people give like a terrible speech, right? And they're just kind of defeated, and then he like kind of, and it could be just he just adds to it, but he's just like, you know what, I feel like you're already done. So, and they did seem defeated, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they walk off, and the walk of shame in their t-shirt.
Him like low key build people up too that seem defeated because he knows the full potential of
Sure.
them too. So I guess it's anyone's game
Yeah.
at this point.
Well, I feel like once he threw the salmon at Ashley, like that was the second time he had to give her like, "Hey, you with us?" I felt like at that point he was like,
he did throw
"See you later."
salmon at her.
See you later.
That's lightweight assault. Like that was. I was like, did he just throw the fish at her? Like, can you do that?
But then he was pissed that she didn't catch it.
Right.
I think, like,
How could you not catch somebody threw at you that you didn't know I was throwing?
That you didn't know I was throwing.
I don't know. That was pretty off the wall. But Ashley went home. Do you all agree with Ashley going home? Out of the 4 people that were up for elimination.
If you looked at it today, in that episode, I mean, she was checked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's a good chef. I mean, she went far in her season.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know what it is. Like this time around, maybe she just didn't have that same kind of get go, and today she just checked out, and Ramsey's like, yeah,
She
I can't have
appeared
this.
to not have the bounce back juice.
Yeah.
he's gotta share.
It's a tough season because everyone is good. So it's not your typical season where you can just like, again, the first, I feel like 5 or 6 episodes, you can kind of hide behind and kind of just stay in the middle and you'll be fine because there's some people that are really, really bad. And so you know that they're going to go home. So yeah, with her checking out, I mean, I think he saw that and that stood out amongst everyone else. So she was the one to go home. I'm not mad at her going home in that respect. But we'll see what
be ready
happens
out the
going
gate.
forward. Yeah, you got to be ready. You got to be on your A game. I feel like every single episode, every single challenge, every single dinner service, you got to be on point. To the fact that if you're slightly off, you'll get kicked out, just like you did with the red team.
Yeah, because I feel like if you want to kind of like take a week back and just like I'm going to step back this week and just you still have to at least make it look like you're trying.
Right.
And I feel like she didn't do that.
She didn't even. No, she did
there's
not.
no step backs.
No.
No step backs.
But I do
no
think
time for step backs.
there are people that can fly under the radar, and I wonder. I'm like Jennifer, for example. She's flying real low and cool, but to me, I think she's like somebody that's maybe holding back a bit. I see her like,
But it's
creeping.
easy to mess up, and then they know who you are. You're
Right.
no longer under the radar. So as long as you're not messing up,
Yeah, I
then
guess
you can float, right?
It's still early. It's flying under the radar. You can still do that. Now, obviously that it's.
I guess it depends on what station you're on too.
Right. True.
So-
But I
That's
mean,
true.
well, Amanda was on Garnish. Garnish is supposed to be like
like
the.
you should be able to.
Yeah, it should
like,
be like the easiest you would think, but not necessarily.
Amanda.
Yeah, let's get into predictions. Let's see what we feel about going forward. Steven?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Mr. Moran, what do you feel about the red team going forward? Because they've lost another person and they keep getting kicked out. What do you think is going to happen to them going forward?
I don't know. Sometimes it feels like with a team like that, are you waiting for like that one person to be taken out that makes the whole team kind of snap into shape? But I don't know with the red team who that person is going to be. That they can be taken out and everybody else like, all right, that was the person that was kind of throwing everything off. Now we're strong. And
Right.
I don't think they've done that yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of personalities to begin with. You'd have to take a lot of them out to
And-
like.
Yeah, and see next week where we get Barbie and Van, and it's like, oh, come on now.
Oh, God, I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh, I'm
It's just,
so looking forward to
no,
that.
I just don't. That's crazy.
I love it. I love it. I'm
I
a little
think
sad
it's
for
gonna
him.
take like some people from the blue team to be sprinkled on the red team.
You think this early?
No, but that's the only way it's gonna survive. The red team is just self-sabotaging.
So you think, okay, so let me ask this then. Do you think it's a situation where the red team have weaker chefs or they just cannot work together?
They cannot work together.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
Which
Not
in
work
turn
together.
will make them weak as a unit.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if the red team loses next week that he does pull somebody from the blue team over, and it'll be one of those like somebody from the blue team who's going to decide to
Right.
step up and go over to the red team.
Sure.
And that'd be interesting to see. I don't know if like Jared would do it because he seems to be such a go-getter kind
I
of
can
guy.
see him raising his hand. I don't know that he'd be the one
Jumping in the
put me over
deep
here.
end.
Jump in. I'm
swim.
going to swim. I got my floaties.
I think if Ashley was still here, I think he would.
If Ashley still
If
stayed,
Ashley was still in the show,
Oh, okay.
then I bet, and that opportunity came up, but he'd jump because he'd be like, hey, he gets to work with Ashley. They're pretty tight.
Right.
But now without that, I don't know if he'd still be so quick to jump up.
He
Interesting.
might and want to take that leadership role.
I could see him wanting to.
I don't know if it would work good for the red team.
I don't think it would work good
But
at all. And I think it was Elise that said either last episode or episode before, she was saying we just don't work well together. We just can't work well together. And they're not working as a unit.
That gel is
and
not
it's
gelling.
not happening. So something's going to happen. They're going to have to figure out something he might do if they lose again or get kicked out again. I can definitely see him pulling somebody from the blue team over to help out. I don't know who that would be. Just off the top of my head, I feel like Van would probably be good or Josh would be good. Working with them, I can't see, like I
be a
said,
good
Jared.
commentator for all the drama, that's
exactly.
for sure. Ratchets.
Right, the ratchets. Yeah, he's funny.
I always feel like that's never like a great position anyway. Like you're never well received by the kitchen that you go into.
Yeah.
Like nobody was like, thank goodness you're over here now.
Right.
They're
Right.
like, who's this person? Then they can come over here and tell us how to
Tell
do
us
our
what to
stuff.
do.
Still have to
Right.
prove yourself all the time.
You do. But I feel like he does look at that as if you can go over there and be successful, then that's kudos to you. That shows that you can work in any environment. He's looking for a leader anyway because he's not looking for a great cook. He's looking for a leader. So you got to be able to do both.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the Barbie Van show is next week.
So hot. He's so hot. He runs
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have one of them on our show. We'll see.
Oh.
Yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it. You have to stay tuned to find out. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show for tonight. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. We want to thank those of you that were in the live chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves. You can find me always at The Poet Saint all day, every day. And check out my website, stayonthemic.com. Rhavin McSweaney, where you at?
Rhavin with a V, as in vivacious. You can find me at B Stays Busy. It was a great week. Thanks for having me.
Oh, hilarious. Ashley, where you at?
Everybody, you can find me online, basically Instagram and Twitter at Ashley on Camera. Talk to me there, please. I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie and check out Lem and I afterwards on Hey Diddle Diddle.
See?
I blew it. I blew it.
You blew it. See,
Tried to
that's
throw
what you
some
get.
shade, and it came right back on me.
Exactly. So shady over there. Stay with the shade. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.